Okay, here we go. Hey guys. Okay, happy Saturday. So I was looking for a picture of a quote for today, but I just saw this chicken and I thought he was so cute. So I wanted to put him up there. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at conditionals. Specifically, we were looking at unless, provided that, and as long as. So they're like fundamental from B2 onwards. You need to know these, okay? It's not only if, but now we have other words that we can use instead of if, such as unless, provided that, and as long as. Hello, Mr. Foster. Good evening. You're so welcome. I couldn't miss it. Okay, so hello, Alvin. How's it going? Hello, Yetri. Yeah, happy 4th of July. That's right. Okay, so today we're going to review these 3 conditional expressions, okay? And I have some questions that are a bit more difficult than yesterday. Yeah, they appear a lot in the exam. So we have unless, provided that, and as long as again. Okay, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad. Oh, you're going well. Cool. So, although all introduce conditionals, they're not interchangeable. So that's the important word here. Okay, we can't interchange, especially unless. So we saw that yesterday. Hey, Cole. The difference is not only grammatical, it's also one of meaning. Okay, so we have unless. Unless means, we saw yesterday, if not. So this introduces a negative condition. We need that information for later. Okay, it's a negative condition. For example, you won't be considered for the position unless you submit your application before the deadline. This means the same as you won't be considered for the position if you don't submit your application before the deadline. So remember, guys, we saw yesterday, we have if and you have the negative here. So when you use unless includes the negative. Negative is bad, yeah. Are we filling in the blanks again? Yeah, we're going to be filling in blanks. Is that a good or a bad thing? Okay, notice something important. Because unless already contains the negative idea, so we do not use another negative after that, okay? So incorrect. Unless you don't submit your application, no. We can't include this here because it's already included in the unless. Remember? You're trying to read from the bottom of the screen. Hey, Meme! How's it going? I was thinking of you before I logged on. Hello, Yetri. These are conditionals. We're studying conditionals. So, correct is unless you submit your application, you won't be selected. Okay? This is one of the most common mistakes made by advanced learners with unless from yesterday. Useful trick is to replace unless with except if. If the sentence still makes sense, you've probably used it correctly. Okay? They are regulars, yeah. They should have a loyalty discount. And Mr. Foster, it's true. You guys, I'm going to give you a loyalty discount, okay, for the lives. So, next one, provided that. Provided that means only if. Remember? Okay, so you can borrow my computer, provided you don't break it, okay? I like watching Vicky, except if she is not on then I watch Britain's Got Talent. That's so cool. I mean, yeah, compared to Britain's Got Talent. That's awesome. Okay. Unlike unless, it introduces a positive condition. So this is important. Unless introduces a negative condition and provided that introduces a positive condition. You did get it right. You did. For example, the research grant will be approved provided that the proposal meets all the funding criteria. So guys, you can see I've bumped up the level of the examples today. They're a bit more difficult. Will there be homework? Yeah, a lot of homework. And big problems if you don't do it. Yeah. I don't care that it's a Saturday. Homework every day. Okay, you won't be admitted. Cole will kick you out tomorrow if you haven't done your homework. The proposal must satisfy a condition before approval is possible, right? So it means the same thing as before here. Provided that is more formal than if, which is why it appears frequently in contracts, academic writing, and Cambridge exams, okay? And the third one, we saw yesterday, as long as. So it means the same as, hello Jessup. Yeah, I can. We can see you. Hello. You're welcome. Okay, as long as. So yeah, it means if only. So this is the same as provided that. Hey buddy, nice. You may access the confidential files as long as you comply with the company's security policy. Okay, you can only do if, exactly, Alvin, that's it. Yeah. The meaning is almost identical to provided that. The difference is in register, right? So formal, informal. Hello, Mr. Foster. What's the difference between private and providing? They're the same. They're the same. Yeah, awesome. They're the same. Yeah. So as long as is common in everyday spoken English, totally true, very true. It's more common than, for example, provided that. You can go on the internet at the library as long as you don't use iPlayer because of TV licensing. Very good. Yeah, nice example, Alvin. Provided that sounds, yeah, noticeably more formal. Provided that sounds noticeably more formal. In a C1 exam, both are perfectly acceptable unless the register of the text requires one over the other. So like if you're writing a report, for example, you should use provided that, because reports are formal a report, or you're writing a proposal, then you should use provided that. Hello Antonio, what's up? I see this used on railway Wi-Fi connection, yeah? Hello Rio. What do you call it? You can also say food and drinks will be provided at the conference. Yeah. Food and drinks were provided. Yes, you can. Different context. Yeah, absolutely, you can say that. Antonio, I wanted to let you know that I passed your C1 with grade B. Whoa, that's amazing. Congratulations, Antonio. That's absolutely fantastic. That's a really, really fantastic achievement. You should be really proud of yourself. We hope you celebrated, eh? Wait. We can give you some fireworks. There you go. Good job, Antonio. Well done. Alvin, isn't a lot of food and drink called confectionery? Confectionery, I think, refers to baking, cakes and stuff, right? I think it's like cakes and pastries is confectionery. We need to Antonio. Superstar. He is a superstar. Oh, guys, you're so sweet. Hello, Rocky. Saludos. Rocky is in Peru. We were speaking to Sylvia 2 days ago. She connected from Peru also. Awesome, Antonio. So cool. So cool. Yeah. Okay. In a C1, yeah, both are perfectly acceptable. Okay, more formal, we should use provided that because it's a report, or for example, in a report or a proposal. So the biggest difference, many students confuse these expressions because they all express conditionals, is true. The easiest way to remember them is unless is if not, so that's the negative one. Provided that means only if, more formal, and as long as means only if, but it's less formal. Okay? We have a bit of confusion about confectionery. Let's check here, look. I'm spelling it wrong. Like, okay. Yeah, you see, look, it's coming up bold. Like this is, can you see the, that's what I would have thought there, this ball of chocolate, the cakes, this type of thing, this chocolate cake there. So I guess it's like all the sweet, and it comes up as well as sweets. Like things you can buy in a bakery. That's what I consider confectionery. But it's true, there are sweets coming up here as well. So yeah, that kind of thing. Confectionery. Guys, I'll show you the Cambridge dictionary, why not? I don't think there's any harm in that. Look, I love this dictionary. I use it all the time. Let's check. Confessionary is, right, US spelling confessionary, okay. Okay, we have to go, okay. Sweets or chocolate. So the children were not allowed to bring confectionery, a well-known confectionery brand, a place where sweets or chocolates are made or sold. That's interesting. Yeah. A confectionery such as breakfast cereals, chocolate bars. So maybe it includes chocolate as well. Yeah. I normally use it like, well, I don't actually use this word, but like for me it's like cakes and stuff. Spoiling us. Sweets and baking, I think, yeah. Okay. You can play a game of bowling provided you wear the bowling shoes. Really good. DuckDuckGo, yeah, I use it. First time you saw someone using this one, really? Hello, Sophia. Yeah, so we can double check again after confessionary. Somebody asked ChatGPT. Miss Vicky, do you also teach B1 level? I have some students for B1. Yes, I do. Not on TikTok, but I do have some students for B1, yeah. We're going to make everybody hungry. It means I'm eating confectionery right now. Really? What type of confectionery are you eating right now? I didn't know what I'm eating. Okay. What's the dictionary name? Cambridge. I use the Cambridge dictionary. Hi, Christina. I use the Cambridge dictionary personally. I really like it. Other people use, a lot of my students use Merriam-Webster. Sophia, you can send me a message. You can send me a WhatsApp or you can send me a DM on TikTok. It's all online. All my classes are online now since COVID. Yeah. Before that I did face-to-face, but now all my classes are online. Yeah. Because I like working with people from different countries as well. I have a lot of students from Spain, but I love my students from other countries too. So for me it's nice online. Has online been better for you? A lot of positives, Cole. Primarily like the people I can work with, you know. I have students from like just wonderful people, I don't know, from Poland, Moldova, Mali, Italy, China, Argentina, like Brazil, people in Vietnam. So it's really, really cool. I like working online. Yeah, some things I miss about being in person, but online is awesome. You're from Switzerland, Sophia. I really want to visit Switzerland. I told a story about that. I had a job offer in Switzerland many years ago, and I always think I didn't take it, unfortunately, and I always wonder what would have happened if I had gone. Hello, Kayak. Yeah, Cambridge Dictionary. That's the one I use. And what I love about Cambridge Dictionary as well, guys, I would like to show you. Look, things like, can you see, they have little codes. Can you see where above, I don't think you can see my cursor, the U here, look. It tells you that it's uncountable, and here it tells you that it's countable. And sometimes it gives you the level, like, yeah, look, can you see here, it tells you it's a phrasal verb, and it tells you the level, like, so it tells you that this, I don't know if you can see, no? It tells you the level of the phrasal verb, which I really, really like. I find that so useful. I kind of know it in my mind, but I think it's really useful for students. So here, for example, you have take off. So one is to remove something. Okay, this is level A2. But if you go down, level B2, to spend time away from work. Okay. Take off a plane is level A2. B2 to suddenly start to be successful or popular. And I just really like that it gives the levels of some of them, not all of them, unfortunately. But I think it's a really nice dictionary for language learners, you know. Yeah, I really like it anyway. Now, I've missed things here. Yeah, Cambridge Dictionary. Are TEFL and IELTS tips? Hello, I'm not going to give them right now because I might get a bit off track. Are time zones an issue for your classes? Not generally, no. For example, in Vietnam, I have the class. For me, it's 3 p.m. and it works well for him because he's finished work. I think his class is at 8 p.m. for him. So then he's finished work and he can do his class and have dinner, and that's all. So it's okay. Confessionary. This word was used by Emily in Paris at a renowned Netflix series. Yeah, Mr. Foster. What did she use it for? Did she use it referring to cakes or to sweets? I'm curious. I use Cambridge side too. Yeah, me? Okay. Well, great minds think alike. Hey, DH124. You're from Vietnam. I was in Vietnam at Christmas. Which part of Vietnam are you from? I was in Hanoi. Now, I'm not going to remember the pressure. I was in Hanoi. I was in Cat Ba Island. I was in Ho Chi Minh City. It was really, really amazing. I bet the best part of teaching online is that you don't need to wear pants, just a shirt. Meme, I have never done this. I will tell you why. I was working in China many years ago, and I was looking for a new job, and I had a job interview at 3 o'clock in the morning with a school in Greece. So luckily, I put on my shirt and I put on trousers and I got prepared, fully dressed for the meeting. And at the end of the interview, the director of the school, she said to me, Victoria, could you please stand up? And I said, oh my God, thank God I'm wearing pants. So after that trauma, I have never again not worn pants when I'm working, just so you know. But yeah, I know what you mean. There's a temptation. Hello, Daniel. Glad to meet you. You're from Chile. That's awesome. You see, meme, you get it? You do that. 158. Okay. Mr. Foster, it's a good thing you didn't accept that offer from Switzerland. Switzerland is a country to retire in, not to build a career. Yeah, I would have thought the opposite. What was the name of the dictionary? Cambridge Dictionary, Maria. You have the B2 exam on Monday. Good luck. Oh, yeah, hello from Chile. Hello, Chile. You're welcome. Did you get a fragrance on top? Did you get a fragrance on top too? I probably did. Knowing me, hey, I wear perfume every day, eh? I have like 2 bottles, and okay, I don't use the expensive one. I use a cheaper one. But perfume every day. Chengdu, no, I can't. She used confessionary figuratively, telling Pierre Cardin that she admired his clothes because they reminded her of the confessionary. Yeah, Mr. Foster. I guess because they must have been so colourful, right? That is really cool. That's a good example. So what is confession? Hello, Jula. I just got in. Okay. All right. I love Ireland so much. I will be living in Dublin in September. Can't wait. That's awesome. Cool. I love Ireland too. All right. We've gone off the beaten track. So, provided that means only if, and as long as only if one is more formal and one is less formal. Notice that unless begins with a negative idea, right? Whereas provided that and as long as begin with the positive condition. That's the key distinction here with these two. Exam tip. So personally me, I love to translate these expressions word for word into my own language or into Spanish in my case. But it's true that you have to be careful, right? You should also ask yourself, am I expressing a negative condition, which is unless, or a positive condition, like provided that, and as long as? If it's a negative condition, you must use unless. If it's a positive condition, you can use provided that or as long as. Once you understand that difference, choosing the correct expression becomes a bit easier. Okay? A little bit easier. Catch up with you. Do. Exactly, Cole. This is the point. This happened to me once in 2012 and never again. Never again. I won't be caught out by this. And also sometimes, I don't know if you guys know, but when I'm working with people, sometimes they need to stand up for some reason, for whatever, to go to the toilet, to get an Amazon delivery, and like when you stand up, you might stand up and you forget that you are on video. Okay, so it's not a good idea not to wear pants. Okay, it's good practice. More advanced word for sweets. I think so, Mr. Foster. Yeah, that's it. More advanced word for sweets. To afford pants, need to work double. That's a very good one. I can't read this name now, but what's the difference between ought to and should? Oughta and shoulda, they're the same. They're the same. Ought to and should are the same. It's like ought to and should are the same. Should is just much more common nowadays. Ought to people aren't really using so much anymore. Yeah, but you can just lift the laptop when you start. Sometimes meme you forget. People forget, eh? And I kind of I had I won't say any names now, but I had a student, he's quite a famous DJ, and he often had class in the morning, and he was literally like, he would connect to his class, and he was just like literally just waking up, and yeah, many times was just wearing his underwear. So when and always in the middle of the class, his lunch would arrive by like Uber Eats or something, and he would stand up, and I had to just cover my eyes. So yeah, he didn't bother taking his laptop with him. Can you give some examples of sentences with ought to and should, Jula? In a condition, we're not focused on that now today. I mean, and I can't think of one, but I'm trying to think of one with a conditional. 1 second. Like for example, you ought to practice conditionals before you go to the exam. Like this, Jula? Is that what you mean? Hello, Saska. And you can just put in should. It's this. They're exactly the same. Should, ought to. No, they're the same. I bet you were peeking through with your fingers. Correct my idiom. I was peeking through my fingers. Honestly, I wasn't really, eh? How about when wrapping up the live, you can take pick and come back to it later? Oh, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. I should come back to it later. Hang on. That's a good idea, Cole. This is the idea. But if I take a picture, meme will start mocking my phone cover. My phone cover is falling apart, guys, and meme was taking the piss out of it. So that's my reference there. Okay. How did I think? Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll come back to it at the end. That was a good idea, Cole. I forgot this policy. Chengdu, I just saw in Roskilde Festival, they run naked previous reel. Of course, the algorithm. That's a coincidence, isn't it? Swearing, I was not mocking it. I paid my respect to the veteran case. Okay, yeah, cool. He feels really respected. They're now beside me. He feels super respected. Okay. What a coincidence. Yeah, super coincidence. Could you Hello, Hermit. Could you recommend something about listening? I have problems when I try to listen, to a native. A native Indian? Is it? Or what type of native are you talking about? I'm going to answer that question at the end, okay? Right. My winking is coming out now. It's not a Twitch. My Irish winking is coming out. You know, nowadays people take screenshots on their laptops. Hello, Rita. Hey. Okay. Are you Gen Z meme? I bet you are, right? You're Gen Z or worse. What's the younger one? I know Gen Z is the worst, isn't it? Do you do this like stare? 24? 24! Okay. This is for you, right? I don't know what I am. Okay. I think you're Gen Z. So, right, we've got ought to. Let's move on. Right, questions. So, complete the sentence using unless. If the committee does not reach a unanimous decision, the proposal will be postponed indefinitely. If the committee does not reach a unanimous decision, the proposal will be postponed indefinitely. So, what do you guys think? What do we have to fit in here? Hello, Fredex. Am I lodge? What's lodge? What's lodge? I don't know what lodges mean. Hermit, there's nothing better than dailydictation.com. Don't be shy, give it a try. Oh. Rita, unless a unanimous decision is reached by the committee, because you see here we have a unanimous decision, so the committee must be before in this one. And by the way, what does unanimous? Very good, Jula. I put in unanimous decision because I wanted to also stress the vocabulary. Hey, Alessio. Unless the committee, oh my god. Well, I'm happy that we're reviewing this, guys. Like, thank you, Meme. Jula, Meme has given you the answer. And Guerrera also. Thanks so much, guys. Unanimous means that everybody agrees. Everybody agrees. It's not only 5 people vote yes and 3 people vote no. No. All 8 people must vote yes for it to be passed. Okay? That's it. So, Meme, remember we spoke about this yesterday. Unless the committee doesn't know, because the doesn't is included with the unless. Will I give you guys a hand? Get it up? So, unless is the first word. Unless. And what's the next thing we have to say? Unless the committee, yes, but Meme, you can't say doesn't because you said unless. Remember, the not is included in unless. So then you can't repeat doesn't. You can't put another negative. Yeah, do you remember? You're not dense, you're very smart. Unless the committee, very good, Rita. But the committee now is third person. The committee is, yeah, Meme, unless the committee reaches, Meme, you got it, that's it. Good job, yeah. Unless the committee reaches a unanimous decision, the proposal will be postponed indefinitely. Good job, Rita, yeah, with yes. Exactly, yes. Okay. Unless the committee reaches a unanimous decision, the proposal will be postponed indefinitely. Good job. Well done. Double T in committee, Mr. Foster, but that's perfect. Yeah, well done. Good job, guys. So we need to keep reviewing this unless, because you can see it's very easy to make a mistake. It's very easy to include the not again, and it's very easy to forget the S. If we use double negative, it cancels itself. Not in English. No double negatives in English. They don't cancel each other out, unfortunately. They're not allowed. Yeah, I know. Sorry, not here. Okay, so unless the committee reaches a unanimous decision, the proposal will be postponed indefinitely. Hello, GM. Unless the committee reaches, not does reach. Unless the committee does reach. I mean, it depends, but generally we wouldn't include does there. Okay, we'd say unless the committee reaches. Hello, Daniel, TikTok. Third time is a charm. Okay. Hello, Giuseppe. Hello, Daniel from Chile. We have a few people from Chile. Oh yeah, someday I will visit Chile. I would like to go to the Easter Islands a lot. I really want to go there. It's on my bucket list, as Cole would say. Okay, number 2. Complete the second sentence using provided that. Hello, Andy. Unless the committee reaches. Yeah, you can say. Yeah, because they have to reach, not try to reach. They have to reach. So the scholarship will be awarded only if the applicant demonstrates exceptional academic achievement. So the scholarship will be awarded exceptional academic achievement. Scholarship will be awarded. You're missing the verb, Meme. You're missing the verb. You're almost there, but you just forgot. Yeah. Where would you put it? The scholarship will be awarded provided that the applicant demonstrates exceptional academic achievement. You got it, Mr. Foster. You're just missing the article before applicant. Daniel, great. I want to learn. I like to listen to you. That's awesome, Daniel. We're happy that you're here. Provided that the applicant demonstrates. Good job. The scholarship will be awarded provided that the applicant demonstrates, very good, exceptional academic achievement. Awesome. Well done, Saska. You got it. Good job. Okay, good job. That's it. Number 3. Complete the second sentence using as long as. The negotiations can continue only if both parties remain willing to compromise. €3. Anybody who can tell me in the next 5 seconds what compromise means? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody? 5? Doesn't mean agree. Jula, but not reading. Because it's a false friend in Spanish. So probably then in Italian, Romanian and Portuguese also. It's a hard word, eh? It's not as easy as it looks. So the negotiations can continue only if both parties remain willing to compromise. The negotiations can continue as long as both parties remain willing to compromise. Very good, Sylvia. Excellent, Sylvia. It's actually, Lupita, it's actually not comprometerse. This is the normal mistake that people make. They think it's comprometerse and it's not. It's a false friend. It's like when two people come to a mutual agreement. That's just to agree, meme. Just they agree that they disagree. I love this expression. I use it a lot. They pick an option that is in between. Jula has it more or less, kind of, missing one part. Alessio, you got it. As long as both parties, yeah, Saska, very good. As long as both parties are willing to compromise. As long as both parties remain, you got it. Alessio, well done. Remain willing to compromise. Very good meme. You want a cat, I want a dog, we get a parrot. Okay, that's very good meme, well done. Chengdu, find a midway. Yeah, find something in the middle. Jula, they just meet in between, but they're not fully satisfied. The key is that they're not fully satisfied. Well done. So basically, imagine me and my friend, we want to have dinner together. I want sushi in a sushi restaurant, and my friend wants pizza at home. She doesn't want to go, but I want to go out, but she wants to stay at home. So we say, okay, if we go out, we're going for pizza, and if we stay at home, we're getting sushi. Because I want to go out, she wants to stay at home. I want sushi, she wants pizza. So we need to sacrifice part of what we want, and the other person also sacrifices part of what they want. So maybe we stay at home, but we stay at home, which is what my friend wants, but we order sushi, which is what I want. So this is a compromise. Ya, Guerrera, a type of agreement based on negotiating. Like you have to ceder algo. You have to sacrifice something. Okay? If you win, very good. Win, I don't lose. Yeah. So nobody wins, nobody loses. Okay? Grey, not black or white. Very good, Rita. Exactly, like the grey. We need to find a grey, a middle ground. We need to find a middle ground. Both parties must meet halfway. Exactly. Good job, guys. Both lose something to gain something that they want. This is it. This is a compromise. It's very important in friendships and relationships in life in general. You know, you have to compromise. It's a good skill to develop. Yes, we got this one. Okay. Number 4, complete the second sentence using unless. So, the witness's testimony will be considered unreliable if substantial evidence does not corroborate it. I put this word in as well because it's quite advanced. Considered unreliable, I also like. And I also like substantial evidence. Very good vocabulary. And I hope you know what witness means, guys. Hello, Alessio, exactly. In marriage, compromise is fundamental. Totally. Very good, Rita. You said it too. Exactly. Yeah, it's fundamental in marriage. I mean, yeah. Otherwise, I think the person who's always losing out would probably get sick or be very, very stressed. Unless the evidence doesn't corroborate it, witness is someone who saw something like a crime scene. Exactly, Julia. Good job. I always like to tell people that it's like witness with, no? Witness, and I say, like, think of with, okay? So you were with the person at the time of the event, crime. Yeah, so you witnessed it, you were with them, and you saw something, you know? So the witness's testimony will be considered unreliable if substantial evidence does not corroborate it. The witness's testimony will be considered unreliable unless substantial evidence... Oh, Alessio, you forgot one thing. Alessio, it's almost perfect, your answer, but you forgot something with corroborate. Rita, you forgot also, like Alessio, the same thing that I'm mentioning a lot with this one. Oh, Guerrera. Yeah. Unless substantial evidence. Saska, you're missing also something with the corroborate. Everybody's missing something with yeah, Rita got it. Good job, Jose. Yeah, Joel, exactly. It's the S. Okay? Yeah, it's like the S. It corroborates. Okay? So the witness's testimony will be considered unreliable unless substantial evidence corroborates it. That's it, Saska. Yeah, well done. Okay? Awesome. Number 5. Complete the second sentence using provided that. Unless evidence corroborates it. Very good. Very good, Mr. Foster. Yeah, unless substantial evidence corroborates it. Good job. Provided that. So the board agreed to authorize the acquisition only on the condition that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. Love this word. This is one of my favorite words, I think. But I understand it's very difficult to use, but I really like this word. Thoroughly. Hello, Pazales. It's yesterday's lesson, but on steroids. Okay. Basically, because I felt, and it's true, that we have some difficulty with unless. It's a different lesson, but the examples are much more difficult. Prior to the condition. The board agreed to authorize the acquisition provided that the condition that the risks... we need to tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, these examples are more difficult. The board agreed to authorize the acquisition only on the condition that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. I was about to skip. You were about to skip. No, there's no repeats here, eh? But this needs some more work. Provided that, yeah, no, I'm not repeating any lessons. So the board agreed to authorize the acquisition only on the condition that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. The board agreed to authorize the acquisition only on the condition, provided that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. Provided that the financial risks were, Julia, you got it. Provided that the financial risks were very good, Mr. Foster, you got it. Oh yes, Chengdu, almost. Provided that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. Meme, provided that it should be, yeah, the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. Okay? Yeah, were thoroughly assessed in the past. Okay. provided that the financial risks were thoroughly assessed. Now, guys, if you want to take a screenshot, there's some nice vocabulary here from these, okay? Unanimous decision, postpone indefinitely, exceptional academic achievement. I love the A and the A here with academic achievement and the E. Exceptional academic achievement. Negotiations, compromise, which we spoke about today, the meaning. Witnesses' testimony, corroborate, authorize the acquisition, thoroughly assessed. Okay, really nice vocabulary there for, especially for C1. See, acquisition, postpone. Explain, please. Acquisition is when you decide to buy a company. Okay, you decide to buy a company. This is called acquisition. You take over a company. Postpone. So imagine that you have a dentist appointment on Monday, but you're busy at work, so you call the dentist, hey, I can't come on Monday. Can I postpone my appointment until the next week? Yeah, like to delay, almost like to delay. Yeah, but used for maybe for different things. Hello, Ines. Okay. Jula, I'm actually B1, B2, so I'm sorry if I'm asking for meanings of words. No, Jula, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. Don't worry. You're not. I didn't think that. That's awesome, Jula. No, everybody's welcome. You ask whatever you want. If I can't answer the question quickly, I'll take a picture and answer it at the end. Okay? Delay on purpose. Exactly, Greta. That's a good definition. I didn't expect you at this time. You didn't expect it? Yeah. I wanted to do it earlier, but I was busy, and then it took me another hour or so to prepare everything, and then it just ended up being this time. Sorry. Yeah, it's a bit later than I expected to, but better late than never, right? Do you teach English? No, I teach Korean. It's not daily language, but usable, I guess. I guess that's the thing. Happy to see you too. I guess that's the thing. I mean, daily language, it depends who you're speaking to. Are you from the US? No, I'm from Italy. I think it... Maxilis, ma'am, in here, 1:48 a.m. Yeah? Finish until time, is it? And your time lesson live, what time is it? Well, normally I try to do a little bit earlier. It tends to be at like 4, half 4, or like 7. Or in today's case, 8. Maybe I teach Latvian, I do. Yeah, not my favorite subject, but I teach Latvian also. Yeah. Yeah, I learned from the best, meme. I learned from the best. Okay. Now, okay, Chengdu asked, it depends who you're speaking to. If you're speaking to professionals at work, you're going to hear these words, you know. They grow so fast. So, yeah, be careful what you wish for. So it depends who you're talking to, Chengdu. It depends on your work. If you're hanging out with your friends, no, casually, like, I don't know, getting some tapas or having dinner together or something, then you're probably not going to say, okay, guys, we need a unanimous decision. But if you're working in a professional environment, yeah, you can hear this vocabulary on a daily basis, you know. You can teach us how to be loving in English. Better option than insulting or cursing class. I try to keep the balance, okay, with this. I found your account today. Oh, GM, that's awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome to our little community here. Okay, moving on. This is new, okay? This is new. Palavas, you were asking if this is all repeat. No, this is new, okay? Let's compromise and make a truce. Okay. We can compromise and make a truce, okay? So you're not going to try and trick me into saying any more bad words. Do you speak all the languages in the world? Not all of them. Not all of them. Bambara is very rusty. Bambara for me is very, very rusty. You know? Yeah. Okay, now we're going to look at one of the most commonly confused expressions in English. In case, okay? I use this all the time, right? So many students think in case means the same as if, because both refer to possible future situations. However, they express completely different ideas. Okay, it's like just in case. Yeah, Nito, only a bit. Yeah, only a bit. My pronunciation is not very good. Yeah, I should get some classes. Understanding that difference is essential because exams often test your ability to choose the expression that best matches the speaker's intention. What does in case really mean? So, in case expresses precaution. So, you're taking a precaution. To take a precaution. Okay? So, to be careful about something. A precaution is something we do before another event happens because we think that event might happen. So you're just being careful, right? For example, the researcher saved several copies of the report in case the original file became corrupted. So the file didn't become corrupted. It didn't become corrupted, but he decided to make copies, to have the copies so that if the file becomes corrupted, he doesn't lose all of his work. So he's just taking a precaution. He's just being careful. Exactly, meme. That's the best example. Let's grab an umbrella just in case. Exactly. Yeah. And you know, Murphy's Law. If you take an umbrella, it's not going to rain. If you don't take an umbrella, guaranteed it's going to rain. Okay? In case you speak Latvian, I can write my comments here in Latvian, but that would be unfair to everybody else in S, wouldn't it? I think it would be better to keep it in English so that everybody can understand. Otherwise, we could be being a bit elitist. No? In simple English, maybe. Yeah. Hello, Elfat Pro. So, the report has already been saved. The file may never become corrupted. The action is simply a precaution. It's simply a precaution. Now, compare that to the researcher will save another copy if the original file becomes corrupted. Okay, the researcher will save another copy if the original file becomes corrupted. This has a different meaning. So you can see it's not so easy to just change if for in case. The researcher is waiting to see what happens. Only if the file becomes corrupted will another copy be saved. Okay, as far as I understand, in case is for one option, but what if we need more options? Could you give me an example, Guerrera, with that one? In case it rains. Like you could say, I'm going to take an umbrella and a sandwich in case it rains or I get hungry, you could say. Vicky will put on some pants just in case the interviewer will ask her for an outfit check. This is true. This is the situation. Yeah, you got it. Okay? We're learning a lot more than just English here, eh? So, in case they don't understand something, they can use AI to translate it. Yeah, you could say that. In case they don't, yeah. But that would be in the case, no? They can use, yeah, or they can use AI to translate. You see, you'd have to say in the case that they don't understand. That's like in an example, isn't it? Best example doesn't exist. Okay. If describes a condition, in case describes preparation. But in your one in S, it would be like in the event that they don't understand something, they can use AI. Oh yeah, them. If we speak in Latvian, is it? I'm trying to think now. Like in case, it would have to be in case. In case it's raining. In another case, it's windy. And in other cases, in case it's raining. You see, it would be in case it rains. Present simple. Yes, it's okay. I got it. You're very smart. Then, yeah. So in case it, so please bring an umbrella in case it rains. And I would say, please, if I want to do a double, please bring an umbrella in case it rains, and bring a coat in case it's cold. You could say, but yeah. Please bring an umbrella and a coat in case it rains, or you get cold. That's how you would say them both together. Okay? Now, which tense do we use? Here we go. When referring to the future, we normally use the present simple after in case. This is very important. Okay? And bring a shovel in case it snows. Yeah. Bring a shovel in case it snows. Yeah. Okay, incorrect. The organizer reserved a larger venue in case more people will register. Right? Not good. It correct would be the organizer reserved a larger venue in case more people register. In case more people register. Present simple for the future. This is the same rule we use after if, when, unless, and provided that. Although we're talking about the future, English uses present simple in the subordinate clause. Okay, so common mistake. Let's compare these two. The school will organise another information event if enough parents request one. The school organised another information evening in case parents requested additional information. So in this case, they haven't organised it yet. But in this case, they have. Right? The first sentence describes a condition. The second describes a precaution that they took. One action depends on another. The other prepares for another. That difference is exactly what examiners expect you to recognize, right? And then, yeah, I thought this was worth mentioning, right? A quick note on the tense, because I think in the quiz, this is going to be a mistake. The mistake will happen with the tense after in case. So you may notice that the tense changes depending on the main verb, right? So you need to check the main verb. I always save a copy in case the file is corrupted. The organizer has reserved a larger venue in case more people register. That's a present. Past, the manager kept a copy of the contract in case the original document was replaced. So you can see here, this tense, misplaced, it keeps the same as the main clause, kept. And this is present simple. Has reserved that in case more people register. Okay, yeah, is. This stays in the present simple. The same as save. Okay, the organizer has reserved yeah, in case more people register. This is in the present as well. So keep all of those in present. Yeah, so past, present, present. The researcher saved the data in case the computer crashed. We have past simple, so this one must also be in the past simple, right? The rule is the in case clause usually follows the time reference of the main clause. So this is the rule. So you have to pay close attention to the time reference in the main clause of the sentence, right? Let me check on you guys. Chengdu, in case preemptive, if is prospective. Yeah, the preemptive, exactly. A precaution is the same as preemptive. Yes. Present perfect, past simple. Yeah. Past simple, yeah. That's it. You got it. Yeah, present simple, exactly. Present perfect. Because you see, yeah, this one is actually rather mixed, isn't it? Because the organizer, he reserved the venue, but it's a present perfect, you see. Present perfect and stays in the present. That's, yeah. Because the event hasn't happened yet. And more people can still register, you know. So, present future, main clause, present tense after case, past main clause, past tense after in case. And I would say here, present perfect. This one, yes, is a bit confusing. You have to check. It depends if the event has happened or not. We asked you to explain the grammar in case we needed help. Yeah, you could say like, we ready for a quiz. Okay, you could say, we will ask you to explain the grammar in case we need help. We asked you to explain the grammar in case we needed help in the past. Yeah, we asked you to explain the grammar in case we needed help. Yeah, you could. Okay, right. The quiz is literally just down here. So let me just finish up this exam tip. If anybody's doing an exam, whenever you see in case, one sec, the 1 hour thing is asking me, as usual, if I'm a robot or something. There we go. Okay. So, has someone already taken an action because something might happen? If yes, in case is probably the correct choice. If the first action only happens after the second one occurs, you probably need if instead, right? So memory trick, don't memorize the words, memorize the relationship. If waits and in case prepares, or as Chengdu said, it's preemptive. My God, preemptive. This is time travel. They do because only robots. Oh yeah, robots. It's for robots. Because I think if I stop talking, this thing comes up on the screen to say we haven't noticed any sound from your live. Are you there? In a few seconds, eh? I literally have to speak like all the time or say something. Or I think that's why some people play music in the background and then they disappear and leave the live open. Okay, so yeah, once you understand that idea, choosing the correct expression becomes a bit easier. Okay, so sentence transformation quiz. Let's go, meme. Here we go. Right? Complete the second sentence using in case. So the lecturer uploaded the presentation slides before the seminar because some students might experience technical difficulties. So the lecturer uploaded the presentation slides difficulties. In case the students were offline. Hello, Cassia. It's just in case, not in case of today, just in case. The lecturer uploaded the presentation slides before the seminar because some students might experience, because some students might experience technical difficulties. So the lecturer uploaded the presentation slides in case some students. One little mistake, Foster. Look, it's uploaded in the past. Hello, Sebastian. In case some students, there's a problem with the verb. Yeah, you got it. In case some students experienced technical difficulties in S. In S, you would say in case they might be experiencing. In case they might, you have to, you only one verb, be experiencing or experience, but we want to keep the sentence as close to the original one as possible. In case some students experienced technical difficulties, Chengdu, you got it. In case some students experienced technical, you got it, Mr. Foster, well done. But we need past simple, yeah. Okay, good job. Number 2, complete the second sentence using in case. So the manager kept a copy of the signed agreement because the original document might be misplaced. So the manager kept a copy of the signed agreement, misplaced. And again, this is in the past simple. The manager kept a copy of the signed agreement because the original document might be misplaced. The manager kept a copy of the signed agreement. Yeah, meme, you got it. You got it now. Well done. In case the original document was misplaced. Perfect. In case the original document. Hi, Isabel. Yeah, Isabel, yours is also correct. In case you got it last time too, but didn't you forget the S in or the ed? Did you not correct? Let me check. Good job, meme. You did. Good job. Sorry if I didn't mention it. I thought I mentioned you. In case the original document was or got misplaced. Yeah. Formal writing, we'd normally say in case it was misplaced. Okay. Yeah, or got misplaced. In case the original document had displaced, no, because it would be to be misplaced by somebody. It would be a passive. Misplaced. Unless it was displaced. Displaced is a different word. In case it was misplaced. Hello, Fahan. Yeah, that's it. In case the original document was misplaced. That's it. Okay. Number 3, we need to use in case. So complete the second sentence using in case. The organizers arranged additional seating because attendance might exceed expectations. The organizers arranged additional seating. What do you think? The organizers arranged additional seating because attendance might exceed expectations. The organizers arranged additional seating in case. Yeah. You don't need to use the article meme, but you've got it. You can say in case attendance exceeded expectations. Well done. Past tense, almost subjunctive or hypothetical, etc. I bet. Chengdu, maybe yes. Hypothetical. It's not so much hypothetical because it could happen. It's not like a third conditional, you know. Damn them articles. I mean, but it's not so bad. But it's only that we don't know which attendance he's speaking about because we have no context. In case attendance exceeded expectations. Brilliant, Mr. Foster. Good job. Okay. Now, guys, I'm so sad now, but I have to go. I would stay for another hour, but I have like 20 minutes to go to the supermarket. And where I live, the supermarket is closed tomorrow. I know, Ines, I know. I'd like to say. Just check the tense. Like, you're back. You said dinner, Alvin. Can you use instead of was? Can you use were instead of was? No, not in this case. Difficult is difficult. Pasalis, yeah? Oh no, I would like to stay too. Time for a daily vlog. Take us with you. Priorities first. Go. Oh, I know. Yeah, you're so good. I have loads more. I literally have I've got like, I'm on page 41 of 64. Okay? There's loads. I have loads, but I have to go to shop, and I don't like to be the last person to go in because I think it's so unfair. The shop is right next to my house, okay? But I don't want to walk in there like 5 minutes when the poor guys are cleaning everything and they want to go home, you know? Okay, supermarket vlog. Okay, order online, not from where I live, Ines. Where I live, there's no ordering online. Unfortunately, not yet. What am I going to buy? I have a list. I'm going to buy, that's why my alarm went off, because the shop is not open tomorrow. I need cucumbers, raisins, gluten-free crackers, some lettuce, eggs, and that's more or less it, yeah. And some other essentials that I need, yeah. So that's why you can help with the groceries. Okay, next time I'll think about it, okay? All right, I'll be back tomorrow, I think, maybe for a bit. So let's see. Tomorrow I have a running race, guys, in the morning. So wish me luck. That's another reason I should, totally forgot, I should go to bed. I should hit the hay early tonight. Thank you so much, Tengdu. I'll let you know tomorrow how it goes. tomorrow morning. So if I do a live tomorrow, I will know how it's gone. Okay? Yes, let's see. I hope it goes well. Training on Thursday was good. So let's see. It's 10 kilometers. So you guys are the best. You owe us one, okay? I owe you one. We can do double tomorrow. Okay? Bye guys.